morning. Welcome to Tribune News on Q, your go-to morning news source, only here at the Daily Tribune. We're now live at Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Daily Tribune PH on YouTube, and the Daily Tribune Official on TikTok. For today's headlines. Ferdinand Marcos Jr. opened the C5 link to cut travel time, but rising fuel prices have raised concerns over who can benefit from faster roads. Lisa Araneta Marcos led a government and private sector initiative providing free medical aid in Santa Rosa, Laguna. Tens of thousands of Holy Week travelers face delays of up to 12 hours at Lucena Port due to reduced sailings and fuel-driven disruptions. The Benting Bigas was rolled out in Cebu City, offering qualified residents rice at 20 pesos per kilo through Kadiwa centers. For international news, Israel launched strikes in Tehran as Donald Trump said a deal with Iran could be reached soon, while not ruling out ground operations. In business, Petron Corporation has produced 2.48 million barrels of crude oil from Russia amid geopolitical upheavals disrupting the country's traditional Middle East supply lines. Meanwhile, in entertainment, Heart Evangelista expands her creative pursuits from fashion and painting into jewelry design after showcasing her work in Paris and Milan. In sports, Alex Ayala absorbed a big drop in the latest Women's Tennis Association rankings. Today is the 31st of March, 2026, Tuesday, and I'm Eliana Lacap, bringing you today's top stories. Let's kick things off with today's weather. Today, the ridge of a high-pressure area over northern Luzon will bring generally clear skies there, while the rest of the country will see partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms from localized activity. Flash floods or landslides may occur during severe thunderstorms. No low-pressure areas are being monitored for tropical cyclone formation. Light to moderate winds are expected nationwide, with coastal waters ranging from slight to moderate. Now for a traffic update. Light traffic is reported at Balintawak, Mindanao, Karuhatan, and Bukawi toll plazas, as well as San Fernando northbound and southbound lanes. The leftmost lane of the East Service Road from Ever Memorial Garden to Liptong Kawayan remains open as a supporting lane for all northbound NLEX motorists. All other areas of NLEX, SATEX, and NLEX connector, including toll plazas and interchanges, are experiencing light traffic. Now let's move on to this morning's headlines. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. inaugurated the C5 link on Monday, cutting travel time to just 15 minutes for around 336,000 vehicles daily, with toll-free access set for April during Holy Week. The opening comes as fuel prices surge, with diesel now above 100 pesos per liter and gasoline over 90 pesos. While the new road aims to ease congestion and improve mobility, rising costs driven by Middle East tensions may limit its benefits. Despite efforts to stabilize supply, many commuters may still struggle with increasing transportation expenses. Now, the government, led by First Lady Lisa Araneta Marcos, partnered with private sector to deliver free medical services to residents of Santa Rosa, Laguna through the Lab for All program. The initiative offered laboratory tests, consultations, medicines, and access to government services, bringing healthcare closer to undeserved communities. Araneta Marcos said the program aims to not only provide aid but also to make people feel cared for. Designed for remote areas, a Lab for All enables on-site diagnosis and reduces the need for patients to travel to distant hospitals. Now, tens of thousands of Holy Week travelers face long delays at Lucena Port, with some waiting up to 12 hours as vessel sailings dropped about 10% due to rising fuel costs and the Palit Barko or vessel switching scheme. The Philippine Coast Guard reported around 750,000 passengers passing through ports since the 20th of March, with Batangas, Cebu, and Oriental Mindoro seeing the worst congestion. Passengers complained of extended waits and higher fares, while authorities urged use of PPA's online reservation assistance system and deployed PCG vessels to ease traffic. Now, the national government's Benteng Bigas program launched in select Cebu city villages on Monday, offering rice at 20 pesos per kilogram to qualified residents. The three-day rollout from the 30th of March to the 1st of April of 2026 uses National Food Authority stocks distributed through Kadiwa centers. Priority is given to senior citizens, solo parents, PWDs, and indigent households, including 4-piece beneficiaries, farmers, farm workers, fisherfolk, public transport drivers, minimum wage earners, and adept personnel are also eligible. Authorities said the program ensures immediate food security for vulnerable groups via local distribution points. For international news, Israel launched airstrikes on multiple military targets across Tehran on Monday after Iran attacked sites in Israel, Kuwait, and Saudi Arabia over the weekend. The strikes hit about 40 weapon production and research sites, including facilities for long-range missiles, anti-tank and anti-aircraft systems, and ballistic missile engines. Iran confirmed the death of Revolutionary Guards Commander Alizera Tangsiri. Israel also targeted Hezbollah positions in Beirut. U.S. President Donald Trump called the leadership change in Iran a regime change and hinted a deal could be reached soon, while not ruling out possible ground operations. In business, Petron Corporation secured 2.48 million barrels of crude oil from Russia to offset supply disruptions caused by Middle East geopolitical tensions. Announced Monday, the purchase is part of emergency measures under the National Energy Emergency declared on the 24th of March via Executive Order 110. Petron emphasized it is not part of its usual sourcing strategy and was made after other options were exhausted. The additional supply is expected to sustain inventories through June, amid risks from blocked shipments via the Strait of Hormuz and the Red Sea during U.S.-Israeli operations against Iran. In entertainment, from Paris to Milan, Heart Evangelista is transforming her creativity into jewelry, upcycling personal accessories into statement pieces. Bracelets, handbags, and even shoes are reimagined as wearable art, earning recognition at international fashion events. Analytics from Launch Metrics ranked her among Paris Fashion Week's top personalities, with $15.8 million in media impact value, while Lefty named her a top key voice of the season. Evangelista continues blending her signature style with innovation, turning her personal flair into globally admired artistry. In sports, Alex Ayala dropped from a career-best number 29 to number 45 in the WTA rankings after a 0-6-2-6 round of 16 loss to world number 11 Karolina Muchova at the Miami Open. The 20-year-old Rafael Nadal Academy alumna remains confident as she prepares for the clay season, starting with the Upper Austria Ladies Linz Open 9 to 16th of April and the Porsche Tennis Grand Prix in Stuttgart in 13th to 19th of April, aiming to rebound ahead of major tournaments like the Madrid Open, Italian Open, and the French Open. Now a quick look at today's horoscope. Today calls for balance in communication and personal responsibilities, Gemini. Focus on organizing your social interactions while keeping your own needs in check. Career growth appears through teamwork, so prioritize practical execution over scattered efforts. Financially, careful planning and reviewing expenses will pay off. And love, honest conversations strengthen understanding. Health-wise, balance mental stimulation with rest. Thoughtful planning today will help you create stability and make meaningful progress across all areas of life. Now, Kachibo, did you know that on March 31st of 1889, the Eiffel Tower was officially dedicated in Paris? Designed by engineer Gustave Eiffel, the tower was built as the centerpiece for the 1889 Paris International Exposition, celebrating the centenary of the French Revolution. Out of over 100 designs, Eiffel's open lattice work iron tower was chosen to reach nearly 1,000 feet, making it the world's tallest man-made structure at the time. Initially criticized as an eyesore, the tower impressed visitors with its engineering, featuring 3 observation platforms and curved altus elevators. Eiffel himself raised the French flag atop the tower during the dedication. Today it stands as an enduring symbol of Paris and architectural ingenuity. Now, this morning's viral comes from an Instagram reel that has racked up 770,000 views, featuring a very unusual dog that has netizens joking dinaig pa daw sila ng aso. In the clip, the dog appears to have abs. Yes, you heard me right, abs. While some commenters pointed out it might actually be a female dog showing cleavage, everyone agreed on one thing: that dog's looking seriously fit. And that's all for now, mga kachibo. Join us again at 1 o'clock p.m. for more updates. This has been Eliana Lacap for Tribune News on Q.